Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Oaklawn Hometown School District 123 Community Update for today, September 26th, 2025. My name is Paul Enderle. I am the very proud Superintendent of School District 123, checking in for this month's Community Update. As we move through our update for today, I do want to let our live audience know that there will be an opportunity at the conclusion of our update today to field any live questions. We do like to use this communication medium as a means to be able to communicate with our school community, and there will be a live Q&A option at the end of the update if anyone is interested. But always understand that here in District 123, our door is always open, and we believe that communication is key to community. And we would like to make sure that we're sharing with our community open and accurate information as much as possible. So to jump into our community update for today, we are coming off our anniversary year, our golden anniversary, 123 years of serving the Oaklawn and hometown community. And we had a tremendous 123rd year anniversary last year and did a number of excellent things to celebrate that momentous year. Three things that I think are very important to kind of share and make sure the community is aware of is last year we launched a new strategic planning process. We engaged well over 1,000 community stakeholders in providing us feedback, input, and priorities to shape the next 5 years here in District 123. And part of this update is at the end of each update, I'll be taking a small deep dive into our strategic plan to make sure that our community is well aware of that. But we're very, very happy. We had so many people in our community willing to participate and give us really valuable insight into that plan. And we are really proud of the plan, the long-term vision, the blueprint we have here in District 123 that will carry us into the year 2030. The second thing we accomplished last year that I wanted to make sure the community was aware of is we worked together, our administrative team, our Board of Education, worked together with both our certified and support staff unions to negotiate new collective bargaining agreements. The bargaining agreements that were successfully negotiated last year will carry us into, again, the year 2030 for the next 5 years. So two major accomplishments in that anniversary year. And the third, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention anything about the opening of our brand new Early Learning Center. As some of you may not have known, District 123 was fortunate enough to win a $5 million grant from the Illinois State Board of Education to renovate and redo our current administrative center here at 93rd and Keeler into a state-of-the-art early learning center for our 3- and 4-year-olds here in District 123. And this picture is a picture from our ribbon cutting, our grand opening last fall. We had a very successful first year and even a more successful start to our second year of serving our youngest students as they start their journey here in District 123. So much to be proud of, much to reflect upon relative to the tradition, the pride and accomplishment that we've always shared here in School District 123. As we move on to this school year, we jump into the new school year and we're continuing our focus on goal setting here in District 123. We have a mission, we have a vision, we have a 5-year long-term plan, but we also have a 100% all-in belief here in District 123. We set ambitious goals for ourselves, and the goals we set for ourselves are really rooted in making sure and ensuring that 100% of our students, that each child that comes to District 123 will meet their individualized growth targets in both reading and mathematics each year. Over the course of the past couple years, as we've grown more intentional in our goal setting processes, we've seen the conditional growth of our students increase over 30%. And much of it has to do with the hard work of our students, families, and staff in pursuing that goal, but also in the idea and the mindset of goal setting itself. So we're going to continue with that 100% all-in mindset this year and set that district-wide goal and hold us accountable to that. People with goals succeed because they know where they're going. And that's something that we certainly believe in as an approach that we take to heart here in District 123. Whether it's setting long-term strategic plan goals, whether our schools setting shorter 90-day school improvement plans, but also with each and every child setting those goals for themselves and seeing that through. So when we talk about being 100% all in, we are all in and we are centered and focused on very clear, measurable goals for each of our students individually. That being said, we've had a tremendous start over the past month here in District 123. Every school year brings with it a different feel, and we're really feeling very positive about our great start this year. Here in District 123, we start the year by making sure that we not only connect firmly with our students and our staff, but we also pull our families in. We held very successful and highly attended meet and greet opportunities at each of our schools. Each of our schools also hosted specific open house events. All of our parent organizations have been active and growing. Our bilingual parent advisory committee, our special ed parent advisory committee have all been up and running. So we've really started this year together as a school community, celebrating what we share here in District 123 and our emphasis on our 100% goals. So we're very pleased at the start of our year. Our current enrollment here at District 123 stands at 3,248 students. So we're really eager and looking forward, after having a great start, continuing down that pathway moving forward. One key way that we could ensure that we stay connected is through our family conference process. For those of you out there with children in District 123, family conferences are going to be upon us before we know it. Our fall family conferences this year are on October 16th and 17th. So they're coming up, and our families are going to be hearing information from each of our schools through our principal newsletters about how to register and sign up for our family conference process. We need to continue that tradition of staying connected with our families. Last year, close to 90% of our families participated in both our fall and our February family conferences. And here in District 123, we use what's called a student-led approach to conferences, where actually all of our students, each of our students, from our youngest students to those in 7th and 8th grade, set goals for themselves, and as part of that conference process, speak to their goals with their families and teachers present to ensure that everyone is on the same page and we're all moving forward. This is one very purposeful way that we ensure that that goal-setting mentality and mindset comes alive in the work we do. But I want to encourage all of our families to please take part in our family conference structure. It's worthwhile, it's important, and we do offer you both an in-person and a telephone conference as well. So those families who can't make the evening or afternoon hours, feel free to schedule a phone conference. We want to connect with our families and make sure that everyone is on the same page and working towards those important goals that our students are setting for themselves. So keep that in mind. Over the next week or two, you'll be seeing information from each of our school principals in their Tuesday take-home newsletters about how to register and get those conferences started. Again, they're still a few weeks away, but they'll be upon us before we know it. So please save the dates for October 16th and 17th for our fall family conferences. We hope to see everyone there. As you register for conferences, you're going to be using our new school information system. One of the things that we've been working on here in District 123, believe it or not, for the past year and a half, is migrating our school information system, which is called Skyward, into its updated format called Cumulative. Cumulative, or what we're referring to as Q, is going to be considered our newly upgraded school information system. And I want to make sure that especially our families know that this is a great way to stay connected to our schools and the progress your child or children are making on a day-to-day basis. Skyward and Q have a tremendous app that you could put on your phone that's very user-friendly. And on that map, you could manage anything related to your child, whether it be their grades, their attendance, their fees, from what they're buying and what they're eating for lunch to how they're performing in the classroom each and every day. It's a tremendous communication tool. If you're struggling or having trouble with cumulative or Q, please feel free to call any of our school offices. We're here to help you navigate that. More likely than not, our family conferences are going to all be scheduled through Q as well. It's very simple and user-friendly, and it's, again, a great way for us to stay connected. So we're very pleased to have had a very smooth transition into cumulative from the former Skyward. It's not an easy task. It's a process that we've been involved in over the past year and a half. And as we launched it this school year, we've been getting some real positive feedback, but there are always some bumps in the road. So as those things get ironed out, we'll keep our families and our staff close to those things. But if you do have any questions about cumulative, please make sure that you contact our school offices. We want to make sure that this tool is maximized to keep us all connected. Speaking of staying connected, I just wanted to highlight three organizations that we work closely with. As we start each school year, bus transportation and our food service are always key systems that we run to ensure, A, students are getting to and from school in a safe and efficient manner, and B, students are being fed appropriately at school. And we do have a new food service partner. It's the Whitson's Culinary Group, and they do a tremendous job for us, offering and serving our students both breakfast and lunch each day here in District 123. They do a tremendous job, and if your children have not yet used the lunch food service program, I would certainly encourage you to give it a try. We've been getting some very good feedback from the work they do. They just did a pop-up over at Oaklawn Hometown Middle School where they're sampling new and testing new menu items and actually having Whitson chefs come in and talk to our students about nutrition, about those menu items. And it's pretty exciting work we're doing. We're also launching a breakfast after the bell program at Hometown School in October. So those of you connected to Hometown Elementary School, we're looking forward to hearing some of your feedback and input on that breakfast after the bell program. And our bus partners, both Richley Vans and First Students, bus partners for many years. Bus logistics and starting the school with bus transportation is never easy. We spend a considerable amount of time with our partners and doing a lot of planning, logistical and operational planning to make sure our buses run smoothly and on time. It's not to say it's a perfect science. It doesn't work out perfectly. There's definitely bumps in the road when it comes to transportation services. But I can tell you about both companies we work with. We have very strong relationships with both. We have strong ties of communication. They believe in our mission. They understand the purpose of what they need to do. And when there's a problem, when there's an issue, they're always willing to work with us on that. So I know sometimes at the beginning of the year, especially at our middle school, 80% of our students are bused. Not every bus route runs on time. There are a lot of variables and factors that sometimes cause bus delays. We try to be in close communication with our families when that occurs. But if you do have any questions or issues with the bus companies, please feel free, again, call our schools, call our school offices to ensure that your voice is being heard, and we're doing what we can to troubleshoot those issues. Talking more about some good news, I wanted to spend a moment, making sure that the community knew we are an award-winning school district in District 123. Over the course of the past few years, we've won a number of very significant recognitions that really are important that we communicate with our community. Our business office, for 4 consecutive years, have won the Certificate of Excellence regarding how they are financially reporting our information. Over the past 11 years, our business office has earned the Meritorious Budget Award for fiscal transparency. Managing finances in a responsible and a transparent way are priorities for us here in District 123, and these awards help us define that. The Illinois Association of School Boards recently awarded our Board of Education the Excellence in Governance Award. This is an award that boards of education receive, and very few boards receive this. A very rigorous process, and our Board of Education is very child-centered. They're very dedicated. They're very committed to the work they do. And over the past 10 years, our Board of Education, this is their 5th Excellence Award that they have won through the Illinois Association of School Boards. So we're very proud of the work that our school boards have been doing over the past decade to earn that recognition. Along that same lines, we've also done some renovating here in District 123 over the past 4 years. We have now successfully renovated each of our media centers. We started 4 years ago at Oaklawn Hometown Middle School in Hometown. We moved to Hannum and Covington before going to Colmar and Sword. And we've been very fortunate to win 2 outstanding architecture awards for the library space at Oaklawn Hometown Middle School and the space at Hannum School, both recognized by the Illinois Association of School Boards for excellence in outstanding architecture. So we're very, very proud of that. The State Board of Education also uses a designation status to designate schools across the state of Illinois. There are over 800 school districts in Illinois, so these designations are really important to us. And over the past 3 years, we have had 5 exemplary school designations at Colmar School, at Sword School, and at Oaklawn Hometown Middle School. What that means is 5 times District 123 schools have been ranked in the upper 10th percentile across the entire state of Illinois. It's quite an honor, and we're very proud about the work we're doing there. And then finally, we've also, one of our focuses with staff is to really look at and be very intentional about what we do with wellness for our staff. We believe that we have the greatest staff in the world who serve our students and families each and every day, and we want to make sure that we're taking care of them and making sure that we're providing them supports and resources to remain well. And we received a wellness award called the Devoted to Wellness Silver Award by EBC, the Educational Benefit Cooperative. And we're on track to, within the next 2 or 3 years, hopefully move into the gold standard when it comes to providing wellness opportunities for staff. So just a few things that we're really proud of that we want to make sure that the community knows that District 123 is an award-winning school district. A couple of things about community engagement this year. We really, again, we're a district that believes in engaging and staying connected to our community, and we have some intentional structures that do that. This year brings with it a new menu for Parent University. These are opportunities for our parents to come in and learn about things we're doing here in the district on a little bit more of a deeper, more of a collaborative basis. Parent University is a system that we set up that is designed by parents for parents. So we elicit feedback of some of the things and topics that might interest our parents, and then we create a menu of learning opportunities to pull them in. So far this year, we've actually had 2 Parent Universities already. Back on September 18th, we had a Parent University on school safety. And just recently, last Wednesday, September 24th, we had a Parent University about supporting your child in elementary school mathematics. So our families came in and learned a little bit about our curriculum and our approach to teaching mathematics in District 123. Coming up in October, we're doing something very similar for our middle school on October 21st. The Middle School Math Journey, helping support our middle schoolers with their math learning. And on October 28th, we're going to jump back into the elementary school avenue, and at Hannum School, offer a parent university on the importance of writing and understanding some of those fundamental and foundational elements of being a good writer. So you could find all this information on our website, but I wanted to highlight the things we have in play to help support our families as they support their children in their education. Another structure that we're opening up this year is a structure called AMA, or Ask Me Anything. And what we're doing is myself and some of our district administrators are making themselves available at each of our schools once a month to host Ask Me Anything sessions. These are sessions with pretty much an open agenda where members of the community can come in and ask some of our district leadership questions that are important to them. We hosted our first AMA session this past Wednesday at Covington School. We usually host sessions in the morning before school, right after entrance time, and then during the lunch period times. And anyone can come in. This coming October on the 29th, we're actually hosting our AMA here at our Early Learning Center. So whether you have a preschooler or not, whether whether it's in your residential boundary or not, everyone's welcome to come in and ask the administration questions on those dates. And again, the Ask Me Anything schedule is posted openly on our district website. As stated earlier, we want to make sure that we incorporate in every update a little bit about our strategic plan. And for this first update, I really wanted to talk about our history and our process connected to how we go about developing this long-term blueprint. It's important to know that ever since the year 2013, we have developed a strategic approach in District 123. Our first dive into strategic planning took place, and we developed a plan that really kept us aligned from the years 2013 to 2018. We then went back to the drawing board, went back to the community, and we developed a plan from 2019 to 2024. And this past fall, a year ago, we really started launching a new strategic plan that's really going to carry us from the present into the year 2030. We believe that what strategic planning does for us is it creates positive outcomes that grow from community priorities. Each of these strategic plans that we've developed over the past 12 years have come from priorities that have been communicated to us from our community. So what we did last year, really, we engaged the community pretty much last September, a year ago now. We did an environmental scan, a demographic dive into our community. We looked at enrollment projections. We looked at just various demographics of our community to do our best to kind of predict or anticipate where we might be in 5 years as a district. We engaged in a series of, I believe, about 16 different focus groups. We conducted over 25 interviews. We launched a large-scale survey to our community. I believe the survey engaged over 800 responses. Our focus groups and interviews engaged over 200 people. We took that information, we analyzed it, we reviewed it, and we developed a strategic planning committee of 25 community stakeholders to really look at that information and to work through those priorities, to discuss outcomes, and try to identify some big themes that developed from all that information. And really, those big themes kind of led us down the road of looking at really 5 things that the community felt were important. Number 1, staying true to providing strong academic foundations in reading, writing, and math. Number 2, to make sure that our students were coming into schools where they felt safe and secure. Number 3, making sure that we maintained a strong focus on a thriving workforce, to make sure that we continue to look to recruit and retain only the best here, teaching our children and working with our children here in District 123, to make sure that we remain operationally sound, and finally, to make sure we remain connected to our community. So we, based on all that information and conversations and discussions, all those priorities really whittled down into 5 things. And now we're to the point where we have those focus areas. We have to take it one step further and really look at implementing tactics, metrics connected to those things to really make sure that we keep the wheels moving forward on our strategic plan. We also developed a more student-centered focus this year with the plan, and we developed something called the Portrait of a Graduate. And all this information is on our website. You could look at it as much as you want and interpret it. But we'll come back to the community in each of these updates and talk a little bit about it. But I just wanted to make sure the community knew first and foremost that we have a rich history in developing these future-focused plans and a very intentional approach or process of engaging a large volume of people and trying to draw some focus on some of those important community priorities. As always, we're busy here in District 123, and we've had a great busy start to the year, but the month of October certainly remains busy. Just to remind everyone, this coming Wednesday is October 1st. That is a late start. School does not start until 9:30 this Wednesday. Sometimes when that Wednesday of a late start falls on the 1st of the month, you got to turn that calendar over. Just giving you a heads up, don't forget this Wednesday is a late start. On Saturday, October 4th, we've partnered together with the Chamber of Commerce here in Oak Lawn and the Village of Oak Lawn to hold a community shredding event at Oak Lawn Hometown Middle School from 9 to 10:30. If you have any legal or important documents that you need to shred, we have a process there for the community where you can come and get paper shredded in a safe way, free of charge. No school on Monday, October 13th due to the federal holiday. Unity Week here in District 123, where we really work to celebrate kindness and work on positive decision making with our students. That's going to occur October 13th through the 17th. That week ends with our family conferences again on October 16th and 17th. And then on Saturday, October 18th, we have our 6K Run and Walk for Literacy at Oak Lawn Hometown Middle School. That starts at 9 a.m. Parent University on October 21st. That's our middle school math with a middle school math focus. Oak Lawn Hometown Middle School also hosts an annual high school fair. Any family interested in learning about various high school options can come to that fair from 6 to 8 and really learn about any of our really amazing high school opportunities we have here in District 123 and in Oak Lawn and Hometown. So that event takes place on October 23rd. That's free to anyone who wants to come, irregardless of how old your child is. Everyone's welcome to that high school fair. Parent University on Writing at Hannum School on October 28th. Our next administrative AMA at the Early Learning Center on October 29th. And then we close and wrap up the month of October on October 31st with an early dismissal at 11:30 a.m. So just some upcoming things that you could, again, find on our district calendar website. That being said, I mentioned earlier in our update that we usually wrap these up with a live Q&A. Communication leads to community. We believe that here in District 123. So I'm going to ask our group, do we have any questions? No questions from the community this month, but always understand that we're going to be coming back and doing these updates for our community at the end of each month, just to kind of wrap the month up and make sure that everyone is aware of accurate information. We'll always close with a live Q&A. So if you have any questions, you want to bring them to the community update, you are free to do so. But please understand that, like anything else, communication is very important to us here in District 123. We want to partner together with our community. So if questions, comments, concerns come up, we're always willing to listen to those things. Reach out to us via email, via telephone, stop in and see us. We're here to support you and to support our children as they learn here every day in District 123. So that being said, that's going to wrap up our first community update of this new school year. I thank all those who tuned in live, and I wish everyone a safe and healthy upcoming weekend. Take care, everybody.